let's take you back to our earlier story on the IAS. They're raising key concerns regarding the reintroduction of the Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy. Fritz Moses joins us via Zoom. Fritz, you have, the IAS has detailed an extensive, concern regarding the reintroduction of this particular levy. What are the warning signs that you're drawing government attention to regarding the reinstatement of the Price Stabilization Levy?
All right. Thank you very much, Charles. Thanks for having me. Yes, what we have been looking at is of course, the purpose for which the levy was introduced in the Energy Sector Levy Act 899 2015, and then also the current implication that we are seeing at the various points. We think that the periodic, we saw it being suspended in 2020, somewhere in the early part of 2020. We saw the suspension. We also saw, of course, the suspension in 2019 and then later on in 2021. What we have been seeing is that in all these cases, you don't see a commensurate reduction in prices as the act, forces the levy to do, as the stabilizing of prices on the local pumps. For example, in just the last period in 2021 November, when we saw the levy suspended on the price quota, in that same window, that's the first pricing window of November, prices actually increased at the various pumps. We saw an addition of at least 10 pesos on majority of the OMCs across the country. And so then that increment defeats the purpose for which the levy was established. And if its removal did not really cause the markets to reduce price at the pumps, then we question the essence of it in the price quota. Again, we also see that currently it has been added in the price quota being this pricing window. The impact we've all seen, on Tuesday, 1st February, all the OMCs will increase their prices to reflect the addition of the Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy. Going on into the next few days, we saw yesterday, gold increased their price again, Shell increased. And this increment is coming on the influence of the international market prices, where you have seen prices rise to around $92 per barrel for oil, and at astronomical highs we haven't seen. And these are the factors that we think we should be concentrating on. If the levy in the price quota would cause prices to increase, as we've seen in the last few days, then we don't see why it should be in the levy in the price quota in the first place.
So what's the way forward when it comes to prices at the pumps and cushioning consumers against price hikes? What's the way forward from the IAS's perspective?
Well, the first thing that we think government can consider is to review the Act 899, because the purpose for which the PSRL was established was, one, to pay under recoveries for the depreciation of the CD against the dollar for importers, then also to stabilize prices. Then the last one, which is to pay subsidies. We think that these three functions can be things that the levy is currently not fulfilling appropriately. The argument or the conversation that was held or that was proceeded by government for the reintroduction in this pricing window was that it needs to pay subsidies for premix and RFO. We think that if government really wants to do that, then there should be a separate legislation for that. But the current state of the PSRL should be reviewed and possibly removed. We believe that it's too much for 60 pesos on petrol and 14 pesos on a liter of diesel and a kilogram of LPG. Right. Aside that, also, we think there was some windfall that we had from our petroleum receipts. We saw the projection from government was prices averaging around $54 per barrel by the end of last year, 2021. Fortunately for Ghana, the prices went even above $65 per barrel on average terms by October of last year. And so that means that our receipts we had generated more revenue, over 30%, compared to what we expected of our projection. And so if at the end of the day we are making that windfall from oil receipts, then why can't the revenues that have been accrued from that side also be used to push in or to pay out for some of, especially the subsidies on the premix and the RFO, so that consumers to still feel the cushioning on the market?
We continue to see how things build up at the various pumps when it comes to the prices of fuel in the coming days and weeks. Fritz Moses, grateful that you could join us from the IAS. That's how we end this edition of The Marketplace. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. I'm Charles Aite. It's been a pleasure coming your way this entire week. Let's do the same on Monday. Many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of our programs.